What's good, everyone? It's Steve from Sneaker Tech Talk, back with another video today. And for today's video, we're going to take a look at the recently released Air Jordan 1 Lost and Found. So as far as the box goes for the Air Jordan 1 Chicago Lost and Found, as you can see here, it does have an orange top for the box, as if the bottom of the box didn't have a top and they slapped a random orange lid on the box. As you can see here, it does have some kind of fake wear and tear discoloration on the corners. And then for the bottom portion of the box, you just have a standard Air Jordan 1 box, again with some more aging going on the corners. And it does say $64.99 with a sale sticker over top of it. And I did get these in a size US 10.5, and the label reads Air Jordan 1 Retro High OG. And that's more or less what you have for the box on the Air Jordan 1 High OG Chicago's. And also in the box, you do have this kind of handwritten receipt from Sandy Bros Spores Depot. It has Paul L. The date reads August 30th, 86. And then in some script here in the middle, it says Air Jordan basketball shoes, paid cash, final sale by Leah N. And I believe the price tag here looks to be $64.99, and it says paid. Back of the receipt is white, so we'll throw that in the box. It does come with some white tissue paper as well. And then you have this retro vibe. Shout out to Good Burger over on Instagram. I believe himself and Foxtrot Uniform did kind of a collab with a paper in a Air Jordan 1 box as well. You might see that Jordan Brand drew inspiration from them over on Instagram, but as you can see here, it says $29.99, and as seen on TV, and it's just some random old school ads for the Air Jordan 1 kind of printed all over. So you do get that included within the box for tissue paper. So moving on to the shoes. As it seems, last weekend was the biggest release of the year, not as far as quantity, but possibly as far as the hype goes. A ton of people were after these. It looks like around 300 or 350,000 pairs were released on the Sneakers app. I'm not sure total quantity. I've been hearing around 500,000 pairs, but these are the Air Jordan 1 Chicago Lost and Found. So the theme of this shoe is, if this shoe was lost in a corner or in a basement or in your grandparents' house, and it was bought in '85 and kind of forgot about for 30 or 35 years, and then you found it with the mismatched box, this is something similar to what the shoe would look like after 30 to 35 years of sitting in the box. So you do have that standard Air Jordan 1 Chicago colorway. They do come with two sets of laces, a white set and a black set. And then the midsole is kind of a cream color. I'm not sure if the camera is going to pick it up, but it's very slight in person. It is a cream color midsole. And then you do have the red hits on the leather, as you have with every other Chicago release. On this release, you do have an oversized swoosh. They did change that up for the standard Air Jordan 1 High OG, as well as that wings logo. It kind of comes out of the shoe now rather than being pressed within the shoe like all the other standard Air Jordan 1 High OGs. So they did change that wings logo up on this release, and I believe every release moving forward. And then the collar, the black leather on the ankle by the collar there, it does kind of have an aged look to it as well. So it's kind of flaking away, similar to the way the Chicago or Air Jordan 1 OG from '85 pairs flake away. Now it's interesting because this is actually leather, whereas in '85 it was foam that was painted, so that paint did flake away very easy from the foam. But here you do have some kind of faux cracked leather on the black portions, and that wraps around the ankle collar. And then the white portion as well, as you can see on the toe box, it is kind of a distressed look, so it's kind of beat up, kind of, over time that's what they would look like. Although the original pairs from '85, the white leather, the white panels, in my opinion, I've never seen an '85 that looks like this with cracked leather on the toe box, but I could be wrong. If you have a pair from 85 that has that, let me know down in the comments. But the biggest portion that I've seen with the cracked, not leather, but the foam and paint, is by that ankle collar. And then standard with every Air Jordan 1, you do have the Nike Air at the top of the nylon tongue. And this tongue does have some yellow foam. I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see that, but there is some yellow foam within the nylon tongue to kind of give it that pre-aged look for the tongue as well. And then moving your way to the bottom of the shoe, as you can see here, it does kind of have that aged look as well. The Air Jordan 1 AJKOs, sorry, from like 2012 or 2011, they were the first shoe that Jordan Brand did with the pre-aged look to the shoe. And now they're bringing it back in 2022 with the Air Jordan 1 Chicagos. And then on the inside of the shoe, you do have this label here that reads Nike, and the swoosh name and stripe are trademarks and your guarantee of quality. And then it says swoosh, and these were made in China. And then on the inside, I do have a spring-loaded shoe tree, but there is a white insole that reads Nike Air in red. And like I mentioned prior, they do come with 2 sets of laces, white and black. Overall, I'm pretty happy with this release. I was able to get a pair locally and then another pair from a friend back home in Winnipeg. So definitely happy to have a double up on the Air Jordan 1 Chicago High lost and founds. But let me know down in the comments, were you guys able to pick up a pair of these? I did have a pair of the 2015s. I ended up selling those away and I have regretted it ever since. Honestly, I'm really waiting for Jordan Brand to do a retro of the Air Jordan 1 High OG cut, because they'll have the proper midsole, the proper back of the shoe where it's straight and vertical, whereas this one you can kind of see it kind of curves in a little bit, and the higher tongue as well. But for now, this retro will definitely do. I'll definitely get a ton of wear out of this retro for the time being, but let me know down in the comments what you guys think of this retro. Were you guys able to get it for retail, or did you guys have to go the resale route, or are you guys just skipping altogether? Because I know this release was a super big headache for most people, but for me, I'm just very happy that I was able to get a pair or two regardless, especially at that retail price. As far as the retail price goes, these did retail for $180 USD, and I believe the retail price here in Canada was $235 or $240. So the price of the Air Jordan 1 Retros is definitely creeping up. It's definitely getting a lot more expensive to buy a pair of Air Jordan 1s, and just hard to get them all together. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'll give you guys just a quick look of the right shoe. It's more of the same. I do find the ankle collar on this pair here to have a lot more cracking going on that black portion. But nonetheless, my pair is pretty flawless. I know another thing the brand has been working on is the toe box, and the toe box on my pairs are pretty good, honestly. They're pretty slanted, definitely a nice overall shape. I think this is a definitely an upgrade from the standard Air Jordan 1 OGs. As far as the materials go, it's nothing special. The materials aren't overly thick, but it's a decent grain of leather, so I think they will break in nicely over time. And kind of with that pre-aged look, the more you wear them, I think they're just gonna look better regardless. But that's gonna be it for today's video. As always, if you guys could like, comment, and subscribe, that's really helping the channel a ton. Check out my Instagram over at 23MJ88, as it is an extension of my YouTube channel with all my pickups, basketball footage, and footage of just me playing on the court as well, testing out the shoes, kind of the behind the scenes of that. Stick around for the on-foot portion of the Air Jordan 1 High OG in the Chicago or Lost and Found colorway here. Let me know what you guys think of the looks on feet, and until next time, peace.
I'm in line with the stars, I'm in sync with the earth. 10 toes deep, flower child from the turf. I never switch sides, like even when I die, I'm a ride for the squad, ladder ties in the hearse. I've been on the vibe, kinda hard to describe. I'm in between, I'm good and it's fine, but I'm tired of the grind. Then I come alive in the night to realize I'm in the middle of the time of my life. I never so packed for the stack, never lied on the rap. Got a bag from the way that I write it. Queen looking Tyson, do that ass survive, doing 80 to the house. Then I hit her to the sky, change haters on a tirade. Talking to the crib in the and my lips feel bent from the bib. Take a sip till I pass out. Try and get grit, but it don't make sense. Cause you can lose life on a